Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who Theory. I am Davros and I'm a Whovian, and today I thought I would do, well, a theory video because I've not done one for a good while and I don't always do these on a regular basis. So my theory today is, did the Time Lords weaponize the regeneration for the Time War? So, since the show came back in 2005, the visual effects for the regeneration have more or less been the same thing, where the Doctor kicks back and shoots out into beams of light and energy, and then the new incarnation emerges from them. But in the past, classic Who, all the regenerations were different. Now, that's pretty much down to the visual effects and what they had, available to them at the time. What they could do back then, how they did it all, because very commonly the Doctor kind of was laid down and would change his appearance. In fact, he was laid down pretty much for them all, like the first Doctor to the second Doctor. The second to third Doctors, their full-on transition more or less took place off screen, but enough to know that they regenerated. But yeah, you think about it, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, they were all more or less laid down and laying lifeless on the regeneration. And yeah, like I said, the effects were all different because of the time that they were made in and stuff. But since the revival era, effects and computers have got a lot better since then, and yeah, shoots out into beams. So I'm thinking, and also when the Doctor regenerated the modern way for the first time, we see that it was in the 50th anniversary special prequel minisode, The Night of the Doctor, where the 8th Doctor gets his long-deserved regeneration and he's shot out in beams and became the War Doctor. Then after that we see the War Doctor regenerating in a similar way, and then the 9th Doctor, the 10th Doctor, well, his first part of the regeneration when he shot it out into beams and channeled it into his hand. But then when he regenerated from the 10th to the 11th Doctor, which was technically regeneration 12, all them beams and that just trashed the TARDIS. And everything. People think maybe because he held it back that long. And then when the 11th Doctor regenerated, now the on-screen transition, it was, a quick blink, and like within the blink of an eye, he went from Matt Smith to Capaldi. But in the time of the Doctor, when the Time Lords granted him a new regeneration cycle, he burst out in beams and took out the Daleks and did a bit of damage to the town of Christmas. And then of course when the 12th Doctor regenerated, he again trashed the TARDIS as he transitioned from Peter Capaldi to Jodie Whittaker. And then of course Jodie Whittaker, she went outside the TARDIS and regenerated on a cliff top, where again she shot out in beams. So my theory is, because Time Lords can, pretty much alter regenerations, we know it's something that they can control as well, not just something that can happen near death. What if when the Time War began, the Time Lords thought, if a Time Lord gets badly injured or wounded in battle, they can regenerate, but what if they can, shoot out in beams of light and energy, and along the way as they regenerate and change their appearance, they take out some Daleks along the way, or cause an explosion. What if they weaponized the regeneration for the Time War, where the Time Lords can do that, shoot out in all those beams and crashing and everything. So that's a theory there. But of course you're also thinking, but when the 9th Doctor regenerated, he burst out in beams of light, but he didn't trash the TARDIS. Well, maybe he sort of could control it, maybe he managed to just use it and to transition. Also, there's the timeless child, where Tacteun sees the timeless child regenerate, and it's the modern effects. What if, again, due to, because we now know, well, from Tacteun and that thing the Master showed the Doctor in the Timeless Children, what if they sort of managed to control and alter, because we now know that they did alter it to 12 regenerations and 13 bodies. What if they just changed the tone and the whole transition of the regeneration so it doesn't do that much damage, and it's basically the visuals that we see in the classic era? And then when the Time War started, they thought, let's bring back that old term of regeneration, because we now see that those beams could do a lot of damage when in a confined space. And that's why, you know, the TARDIS has always been broken and had to repair itself. And, you know, I mean, you know, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor regenerated outside the TARDIS because, you know, at that time I believe they were dismantling her TARDIS set. But the beams she made could have done some damage to the TARDIS. Also, not during mid-flight either this time. Also, when the Doctor regenerates, the TARDIS seemed to react badly to that change. Yeah. But again, what do you think to this theory? Do you think it's plausible? Do you think it makes sense? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you agree with this theory? If you do, then please feel free to share down below in the comments and let me know what you think to this theory. Is it a good one? Is it interesting? You know, have I been reading too much into it? You know, have I been listening to theories from others? Because this is not a theory I've come up with. This is a theory that I've saw on Who Culture, and I believe other fans have theorised this, but yeah, like I said, this isn't a theory I've just come up with. It's a theory that I found out and I thought about for a while. So anyway, yeah, let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. I've been Davros the Whovian, and this has been Who Theory. So until next time, run for your life.